Gaurav Ballabh, respond to what you're hearing. According to Syed Zafar Islam, we are living in extraordinary times. The government has limited resources. They need to therefore particularly look at fuel as an area to garner resources and then use them for the various pro-poor programs. That's one argument that is being given strongly by Syed Zafar Islam. Your response?
Okay. Rajdeep, I will start with one line. ये कहां से कहां आ गए हम पिछले 7 सालों में? Low demand, low GDP, high inflation and high unemployment. This is the economic model of Modi government. That demand is all-time low, GDP is all-time low, unemployment is all-time high, and inflation is picking up like anything. I had 2 points to counter what BJP representative had mentioned. He's telling unprecedented times. Rajdeep, in unprecedented times, had you seen any government constructing 20,000 crore Modi Mahal, buying 8,500 crore rupees of VVIP aircrafts, constructing 800 crore rupees of Narendra Modi Stadium?
That's not affecting the economy. A 20,000 so-called Modi Mahal is not affecting the economy. I am asking you a simple question. What is your alternative?
I will give you the reason. It's not like that, because Petroleum Minister had mentioned that we require money for vaccination. Why then you are constructing Modi Mahal? First point. Second point, I'm very categorically I am pointing out that whenever we talk about fuel prices, it is international prices. Rajdeep, today the fuel prices is something around $72 a barrel, and we had reached last year at $30 a barrel. Had we received any benefit of 1 paisa also? No. During the election, the international crude prices had increased by 720 rupees a barrel. But instead of increasing, the petrol and diesel prices were reduced in our country by 75 paisa per liter. In other words, fuel pricing in the current government is not dynamic. It is purely a political price. Now coming to the
so why doesn't a Congress-ruled government like Mumbai, where petrol prices are 102 rupees per 0.58, decide to slash your taxes and duties? All Congress-ruled states should take the lead.
Good argument. And I am making a point that in last 7 years, the excise duty on petroleum is increased by 258% and on diesel by 820%. Is there any state who had this type of increase? Is there any state who had 10% of this increase? No. Answer is no. The basic increase was because of the excise duty hike. In diesel, it is 820% hike. And I will give you a holistic figure. In last 7 years, Government of India had collected 24 lakh crore in the form of excise duty from petrol and diesel, and all state governments put together had collected 14 lakh crore. So 24 lakh जो collect कर रहा है वो कम करेगा या 14 lakh जो collect कर रहा है वो कम करेगा? And last but not least, before 2014, Rajdeep, this Divya Gyan was not there with them. जब तो चूड़ियां तोड़ रहे थे, cylinder फेंक रहे थे, are you not aware of this Divya Gyan before 2014?
Okay,
Don't shout in between. Don't shout in between. Let me complete. And last but not least, Rajdeep, till the time demand is not going to pick up, the GDP is not going to be restored to the earlier level. The unemployment levels are not going to become back to the 2% level, which is right now at 12%. And the only way to increase demand, Rajdeep, is to reduce the fuel prices, to reduce the excise duty. And if you will make 1 rupee reduction in excise duty, the state's duties are connected to the excise duty. So if you are going to increase 1 rupee in excise duty from Delhi, in Bangalore, it will be reduced by 1.4 rupees, because states charge VAT on the excise duty component also.
Professor
So I'm saying take the lead.
Professor Ballabh, you made